President Donald Trump signed 2 executive orders aimed at cracking down on trade abuses he says are behind the massive U.S. trade deficit. The first order calls for studying the causes of the U.S. trade deficit. Gary Huffbauer, a senior fellow at the Peterson Institute of International Economics, says China and Mexico are not the main culprits.
We know why there's a trade deficit. It's very simple. The dollar. The dollar is very strong. That explains 80% or 85% of the trade deficit. You got a super strong dollar, you're going to have a trade deficit. Now, why do you have a super strong dollar? Because we have a fiscal deficit, as you know, and we don't save very much as a country.
The second trade order calls for stepping up the collection of anti-dumping and countervailing duties from foreign governments that subsidize products so that they can be sold below cost.
I think the reason he's signing that executive order is to put other countries on notice that the United States may come knocking at their doors to add some provisions to our liking after we renegotiate with Mexico and Canada.
The orders come a week before the president will host Chinese President Xi Jinping for talks at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Trump tweeted Thursday evening, "The meeting with China will be a very difficult one in that we can no longer have massive trade deficits and job losses. American companies must be prepared to look at other alternatives." Last year, the U.S. trade deficit widened to a 4-year high exceeding $500 billion. The deficit from trade with China totaled $347 billion.